Why, hello there, friends. Welcome to Spicy Cat Colors. It's Kathy. I know I have not been consistent in filming. It's still my husband's fault. But hey, I'm here with my completed pages for July. And what I love about tallying these up, although granted, because I'm just a weirdo and like to know all my numbers, it takes me over an hour to figure this out. But I don't keep track a lot of what's going on during the month, so it's always a surprise at the end of the month. So let's dive in and look at my goals, which I did meet. Oh, I forgot to mark. Yes, how did I'll finish filling the book in later. But first, let's look at these is a sneak peek of my pages I'm going to show you for Danny Button's Patreon bingo. Those of us that are members of our Patreon play bingo, and I'm calling it a gray out because I worked on a Kirby. I didn't finish it, but I worked on it. Otherwise, I met all the prompts, which makes me very happy. And look, I actually had to get a container. Well, I had the container to put in all my empties. I won't go through all of them. Just enjoy the sound of empty, 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 empty. Which the month before I hardly had any. So this month I had 23, mostly markers, only 2 gel pens. And the only thing of note is I was very sad I got to really play with my Tau trees. And I didn't notice it when I bought them, but one of them came in like that, broken, so of course it was dried out. And I didn't look, I mean, as one marker if I'm going to ask them or not, but I bought them a while ago and I didn't notice it. But anyway, that's really frustrating. I've had that happen more than once on a marker. But it is gone for now, so bye-bye to the empties. Quick stats, and then we will get into this. This is, I just track all of my completed pages. I met all my goals. I don't think I did 2 color in chats. I know I didn't. But other than that, I did all of my goals, and including spending. Now, you saw my haul, but the books I got mostly using credit, and supplies as well. I had some gift cards. So I did spend about $50, which, let's be honest, to spend $50 in a month is a slow spend. And I did 58, can you see that? 58 pages. I colored in 29 different books, and I already told you the pens, and I did 15 buddy colors. Huge thanks to all my buddy colors. A couple of you got 2s because we did doubles, and as I show the pages, if I have their picture, I will share it. I think only one has not finished or shared their picture. Maybe they're down and just didn't send it. But anyway, I will mention them as I show you my completed pages. And I also made progress in my 10 books to finish. I am down to, of the 317 pages, only 99 pages left. Very achievable because this month I cranked out 25 and I finished 2 of them. So currently I have 3 done, 7 to go. So I think that is pretty much everything I need to show you. Yeah, I updated all that. I haven't updated this part yet, but regardless, there we go. And I had my own little prompt this month. I did the good old red, white, and blue because in the States here, it was a 4th of July Independence Day celebration. And of course, it's the Olympics and I'm a USA girl, red, white, and blue. I think I only did, how many did I do of those? What can I find? Where'd my notes go? I am actually somewhat organized. Oh. So I only did 6 pages using my prompt. Oh, and the breakdown of my pages, I did do 30 color by number, 28 non-color by number. And so I had said, what did I say? 29 books in 1 PDF. I can't remember from like just having this open. Yes, I probably already said that. So let's dive into the pages because that's what you came to see. As usual, I will go through, I do my colored by numbers first, just because it's an easy way to keep them separated, I guess. But I have this stack of 29 books left next to me. It is almost level with where the camera is. That is how big we got going on here. So first of all, this was a 10 books to finish, and I finished it. My Mystery Colors Jungle Animals. This was the very first Mystery Colors that I purchased, and I am oh so excited to have finished it. I honestly worked really hard to finish this because I just wanted to. And a lot of my markers I used are scented, so it's kind of fun. So here we go. I'm just going to page through. I don't think I have many stories on these. I mean, it's a color by number. I didn't even really break the rules. I just colored them solid. A lot of times, did I forget? Oh no, that was just such a pale gray it looks white, but I thought for a minute I forgot to do them. And so yeah, the green is a color by number scented, or color by number. It's a scented one, and I'm smelling that. So I don't even know what all these critters are, but I just straight out colored them. Did it away. So up to those, and then I had one other in the back. The tiger, this was the very last page I did because I knew I really liked it, and hopefully I did it justice. But there were, I think, 9 pages in there that are now complete. Then I got, this was the new Mystery Colors. There is a full flip of it showing the answer key on my channel. I will try and link that into the eye in the sky. And I did a buddy color in this one with my friend Catherine. And I know she was working on hers, and I don't know if she finished it and just didn't send it to me. Anyway, I didn't post this on Instagram yet, but this was our second buddy color of the month. And I tried using colored pencil on this, and then I went back in, if you can kind of see, and then I used like a gel pen to kind of do the outline just to give it a little more definition, because I don't shade. I'm not a colored pencil aficionado of any sort, but it was fun to do this in a different medium. Normally I do marker. And I'm looking forward to this book. I didn't think I would, but I am. So 2 books. Here we have Disney Babies, Cuadros Magicos. My husband would laugh. He speaks Spanish. I do not. This is also on my 10 books to finish, and I got 4 done in here. So my dear friend Fran, Fernito Coloring, she and I have buddy colored quite a bit out of this book, and she has already finished it now. She was trying to finish it, but I had not. So what we did was pick a prompt. So I'll be showing her picture, and I said, let's do the prompt friendship. So do a page that makes you think of friendship. So what better friends are there than Pooh and Tigger? And then I looked and I'm like, well, heck, we got to do the whole gang. So I did this as well as a twofer for our buddy color. So getting close to having this done. It's been funny. I kind of skipped around. I was working from the front, back, and then from the back forward. And then I picked these 2 in the middle because I wanted to do that prompt. But then again, working from the back, I did these 2 pages, and I don't remember the markers. I used this yellow. It is not supposed to be. It is actually, it's this yellow right here. These I picked up at Dollar Tree, the Centicorns, and I also received a pack from Jamie in our summer swap. And this yellow right here, this is what you get. It's like fluorescent highlighter neon yellow. Just so you know. The other colors, fairly normal, but so I did switch out. I think I've mentioned this before. When I do these Disneys, at least in this book, I do not always color match with the key. I look at a picture online, because whether it's in the printing or my eyes, if I color match exactly to what they have, they come out looking like, what do we have here? Rapunzel, her hair is supposed to be blonde, not that color. And who else got a little mismatched? I learned this in the beginning. So Bambi, kind of neon, and poor Piglet and his suntan. So again, I don't match what they have. I match with a picture, an online picture, just to try and get them to be what I want. And as usual, I do my little washi borders to finish them off. But this one's getting close to being finished. I'm excited to finish it, but I'm kind of not. I might put it on the back burner and work on a couple others in my 10 books to finish because I love that one so much. I want to milk it out. So I dug out the old Disney Princesses, Dots, Lines, and Spirals. I don't know who this is by. I don't even know. Yeah. I'm not super impressed with this. I think I've talked about this before. So let me show you what I did. It could just be me. So this one was me. I totally screwed it up. But it's kind of a cool effect. So I wanted to just color, I don't know. I thought I was doing it the correct way and coloring the inside because I could obviously tell it was Belle. And I colored the wrong side of the lines. Technically, this should, out here, should be colored, and this should be not. Like her hair would be dark, but not her face. But you can tell who she is and what she is. So we'll just say learning. Then I did some of the spirals. Try it plain. I was plain. So always these look so much better, the spirals on camera. Pretty sure this is our girl Rapunzel from Tangled. I had 2 gel pens and I thought, let's do her half pink and half purple. That's kind of cool. And then I did this one with a pale, kind of a lilac metallic. And I think the darker the better, or the brighter the better. Again, I'm pretty sure this is our girl Rapunzel holding her, is it Pascal? Her little buddy. So a little harder to see, I think mostly because of the color. So I included these as color by number. Technically they're not, but it's a 1 color. You get the idea. So I hadn't played in here for a while. I did 3. And I'm still deciding. I don't think it's the best of the lines, dots, and spirals as far as accurate. But if it's not licensed, again. And then we go into, are these licensed? I don't know. But I received this as a gift from my dear friend Debbie. And this is one of the Jennifer Rowling ones. It is... Oh, I started from the back. I did 1 page from the back. Now this one I just purchased myself and I haven't done it yet, the more recent release. And this is this the premium paper? It's not, doesn't seem as, I don't know, it's hard to say. It's like, maybe it is the premium, but it worked really well. Either way, this was a pretty fun one to do. Lovely and evil queen. The colors are very interestingly named. So I think they have like color matches for Prismacolor, maybe pencils. I'm not sure. They have a whole big thing here. It says art markers, but I just, you know, found one that was close and used my alcohol markers. So very fun to get into this book, and thank you again, Debbie. You are the sweetest. Next up, I did 1 page in Jade Summer color by number patterns. I've said before, this isn't my favorite book. Just the color choices they made. They think, was this their first color by number? Excuse me. Book, like they tried to jump on the bandwagon maybe a little too soon. Anyway, I'm doing it because I like a good color by number, and this is the page I did. And again, I don't have a set of markers. I just look and find something close. So again, these are, I don't know why I picked that one. I think I was looking for something with lots of big spaces to just get one done, and there you go. That's the one I did. Okay, trying to like move the books around in between the camera and the pile of books, which is not getting smaller that quick. And then my lights. It's gonna be a miracle if I don't knock something down. This was one of my books that I earned in Coloring for Coins, and it is 50 diamond mandalas, color by number, by such and such diva. They do have this in the non-colored by number version, if that is your jam. Pardon me, I need a sip. It's been cool enough that I could turn off the air and open the windows, but we in Minnesota are having poor air quality because of the smoke from the Canadian wildflowers. I wish they were wildflowers. No, it's wildfires. And my eyes and my throat have been irritated. So this actually isn't a color by number page because I picked the colors and I just did the nameplate. Super quick and easy. Actually wrote my name instead of doing my stickers, but I don't know if my stickers would have fit. And it was simple and easy and I liked it. And I needed to do a nameplate page for a prompt. And then I actually did a page. Yep, I just started from the back and I used my Ohuhu pastels, and I don't know if it even shows. I tried to do some shading with crayon, inspired by the lovely Lauren. Lauren loves color. She does her shading with crayon, which I prefer. Again, not a pencil gal, but I didn't spend a lot of time on it, which probably shows. But I may do it some more in here because I thought with these gems, that would be pretty cool since they're not like grayscaled to give you any shadow. If I actually want to practice some more and get actual more of a three-dimensional look. So I didn't really achieve it this time, but I do really like the colors using the pastels. Okay, here we have Color Questopia Fairy Magic. This is again on my books to finish, and can you believe this? I finished all the bonus pages, which I planned to do anyway, but thanks to some interesting prompts from Bingo, they are done first. I needed to do a dragon page, so I did the dragon. Then I did two of the fairies. I've just been working from back to front. And where did we end up? Here we have this one. I do change out my colors a little bit here and there. I don't know that I actually did so much for this one. Yeah, I think I did because it wanted like orange on her wings. So I did this, and this one I give all of my fairies a name. Here's the Always Free Fairy because the colors I chose reminded me of two feminine hygiene products, Always and Carefree. You may relate. And I still am not always sure. The eyes freak me out, so I keep trying to make them better, but they maybe just turn scarier. I'd like outline them in black, try and draw a couple eyelashes. I don't know, it could be scary. It is what it is. And then I did this one, and I changed the colors up to be red, white, and blue to match my prompt. And she is just called Freedom Fairy. So very fun. And then, as usual, we have some washi tape to coordinate. And again, I say this, I respect the creator, the illustrator who chose the colors, but this is my book, and if there is a page that speaks to me that wants to be a different color, I mean, no disrespect to them, but again, it's my book, so I will do it. And you can do that if you want to. Also, did I do it on... Not so much, I guess I did. But I have also started not doing the line work on all of them, like especially on a background with the blue. I color it in the same color as the section, and then like I might just go back over it with a coordinating, you know, these I outlined in red, blue. I didn't do anything up here on these dark blue sections. You can do whatever you want, but yeah, this is all we have left for this book. And again, I'm feeling, I don't know about everybody else with this 10 books to finish, but I'm feeling I might make it. Also, I am planning to do, I'm now a month late, a quarterly update. So look forward to that, or look forward to skipping it. It's really your call. Then I worked in Travel Mosaic, color by number, from Sun Life Drawing. I took this with my husband, and I took a little getaway, and these were nice and easy to color while I'm in the car. And again, I changed up the colors a bit, and this was rainbow color, and I did it as red, white, and blue. In fact, oh, I'll try and remember. I had already done this page because it's in the Sun Life Drawing 40 pages where it samples from their books. So I did this page already where I did do the rainbow. So, and I also changed the sky colors because they had some pinks, so I just went with all pinks again to stay away from the blues in the rainbow. And this page I specifically chose because hubby and I went on a trip. We went to drive-in movies and it was flippin' hot and he wouldn't turn on the air conditioning. So I felt like I was in a desert, so I thought I may as well color a picture that's also as hot as I was at the moment. This, I left the colors as is, so it is interesting. I love when these are completed. I just think they're such a beautiful image. I love the stained glass mosaic type effect. 2 pages done in there. Then this is, I have not shown it yet. It's going to be in a haul. I purchased this. I had earned some money on a gift card. And I've always wanted, again, this is stained glass. This is the the Sun Life Drawing stained glass, which I do love this style as well. And I couldn't decide which book to get first, the mice or the witches. And I thought, well, we're going into fall. I'm going to get the witches. And they are so flippin' cute. Had a little marker was running out issue, but now it just looks like it's, you know, faded denim or fabric. So there we go. 1 page out of Cute Witches. Okay, still hardly any progress. Stone Mosaic, Belba Family Book 3. They have Book 4 out. I'm hoping I earned enough in coins, coloring for coins. That might be one of the ones I get. I did 2 pages in here. Here is the first, which was a buddy color. This was a buddy color with Michelle's Box of Hues. And I absolutely love purple and yellow. And this I did at the beginning of the month at the very first date night when we were at the drive-in. And I even found, look at this, lime washi tape, which I received from Lauren. And then I did 1 more page, and I'm pretty excited about this page. So here's the page I did, the Water Lilies, and I posted this on Instagram. And you may notice I went in and grouted my mosaic. Because why? I have a bunch of gray markers that I rarely use, and I thought, well, let's see what it looks like. You know how we do have black backgrounds, or like the color Questopia I just showed. And I posted it, and I like tagged the Belba family. I said, I don't know, maybe a black background stone mosaic in the future. And they actually replied to me. So go check out my Instagram if you want to see what they said. But I think I'm going to do this more. I mean, I do love the, you know, just the leaving the white spaces. Nothing wrong with that. But I really like this as well. And maybe to do it with the silver, I think I would always still do my picture first to see what color I would want to use for the background. But just gives a different effect. Let me know what you guys think. I kind of like it. This is the only stone mosaic I have currently. Again, I want complete set, but I also try to color in what I have. If you didn't notice yet, one of my tricks to getting evidently pages done, except now this is an exception, is I try and do 2 pages whenever I have a book out, especially if it's a color by number, just because I have it out, I have the colors pulled out, let me just do another one. And I obviously like the book or I wouldn't have it. Speaking of I like it, this was a gift from my friend Kathy, and we did a buddy color in it because she had it as well. And this may become my favorite color Questopia book, the llamas, because I mean, I don't have anything against llamas. They're not like my favorite animal. I got nothing again, but the colors, these are all their colors and I love them. So even doing a buddy color, I always say this, I'm happy to buddy color with in anything, but for color by numbers, I think it's fun because depending on what mediums we use, and even if we use markers, we might pick a different shade. I don't know. I can't say never. I rarely reference the color key. I just look at the name and pick what I have in front of me. So I absolutely love this little llama with her baby. And Kathy's page, we did the same page. It's color by number. They look different. I may be getting a sip, and no, I'm not going to edit it out. And I love that she did the washi border as well. Again, I don't own that. I just love to see it. I have lots of washi. So I only did one page in here. I really wanted to get back and do more, but I didn't. And then I think my last, well, okay, two. We'll see. I'm going to show you this one first. Okay, so the next two put me over the moon because many of us have been doing our 10 books to finish, but if you remember, we also did a prompt of 10 books to touch in 2021 that we had not colored in before. I met that goal this month, and this was one of the books, and the next one is also one. So Animals Color Counts, color by number. This is from Mindware. I had seen these. This was the first one I ever purchased. It's the only one I have, and I love it. So I did this page. Again, I have learned you don't pick your favorite page and start because you don't know what you're doing sometimes in a new book. So I picked this one, and I do like it. The colors seem... There's not a chart, so they give you the name. So I think I picked a little dark, but I don't mind it. You know, maybe I could have done a lighter yellow and orange, but I was working with my Tau trees, and I absolutely love them in here because number one, the line work is nice and thick. So alcohol marker, it will still bleed, but with the Tau trees and the thinner nibs, it's a lot easier to control that. The only thing I'm not a big fan about is I don't know that I'll ever do these non-numbered ones because without the numbers, I mean, here it's really easy to see the picture. Here, I'm not quite so sure, but of course I could reference it. Anyway, that's for a different video. I did a page. That's all that matters. And then the other book that was on my 10 books to touch, I have to do this sideways because it's the big book, is Quirkle's Cats. I have been I love when people post these pictures on Instagram and share them in their videos. I have been scared to death to actually do one, but I did because I wanted to. And look at this beauty. Isn't he just so cute? I showed this to my husband because he looks like pretty much all of our cats. Actually, any of ours, the tabbies that have the M in their forehead quite frequently. And then he's like, why did you color him red? And I'm like, okay, it's not Huey. It's just a cat. It's an artistic. And I said, because I didn't want it to be realistic. So it took a little bit to get the hang of this, but I am in love with this style. So I do have one other Quirkle's book that was a gift. I want to work in that, and I want to look, and maybe if I earned enough this month, it'll be my coloring for coins, is the Disney Babies circles. So anyway, there you go. I did all of my 10 books to touch this month. Yay! And I didn't really know if this is color by number. I mean, it is, but it's you pick your colors. So it's questionable. It's on the fence. You can call it what you want. So now we are moving into my PDF. I did one PDF, and this I did as a buddy color, and I did it with Pickwick Turtle. We decided to do any Selena Fennick because I do not have any of the books, but I had I'd signed up for the emails and received like a sampler, and this page was in there, and I was not sure when I was working on her. How many of you do you like work on a page and you just think it's not going to work and walk away? Don't walk away. Never give up, because in the end, I find when I do my finishing touches is when I fall in love with the page. I am a simple colorist. I do alcohol marker for the most part as my base, or any type of marker base. And then at the end, I go in and add a lot of glitter, metallic, just all the little extras, and they really bring the page to life. So this was my page. It's quite colorful, but it's kind of that transition from summer to fall. I don't know. I have nothing about Spring Greenman, but I do like how my page turned out. Okay, we have some, it's kind of getting smaller over here. We got some little books. So I love these Crayola books. I did a page in Cosmic Cats. I did this one. I thought it was cute and funny. I was playing along with, Jamie had come up with a prompt for JULY with a different prompt. So this is for the L, LOL, a funny picture. And what's funnier than, you know, selfie taking cat ronauts. Like them. I also love this book. I cannot find these spiral bound ones. I know I got it at a dollar store. This style of the Crayola books comes in a little pack, and it like in a little baggie with some crayons, and then they also have the stickers at the front. And this, I know I found it in the coloring book section at some type of dollar store, and I wish I had bought more. They had others at the time, but now they're all gone. So until then, I will just enjoy this one. And I did this skiing llama, and I tweaked my colors and tried to make this a Santa hat because it was also Christmas in July and I failed miserably. I think this was my only Christmas-ish page. So I was doing, actually, if you can see, I added ornaments to all the trees and was doing a buddy color with a friend on a Christmas page, and neither one of us got time to do it. So I still want to do it. I'm just slow. And then this was a very fun one as well. I wanted to do a winter, and I just didn't even try and completely fill in the background. I like the effect it gave. He's like, you know, catching some air, snowboarding. So cool sloth. Next, I did a page in Shine. Again, I cannot ever say enough about this book. I don't color in it that often, but it was $3 on Amazon. And it is single-sided, good paper. And I did this turtle, which was actually a prompt for the Sunken Treasure tag. If you watched my most recent video I posted was how I do my shadow podge. Maybe the name we land on, but I did this live, or not live, I recorded painting the background and showed what I do to get that effect. And I like my turtle. I'm really running out of, I don't know if they're all gonna fit. Okay, here we go. Sun Life Drawing 40 coloring pages on the 10 books to finish. It is finished. This one, let me see if I can quick find it here, was the page I was talking about. This was the Liberty page that I had done previously. I did do that in rainbow, and I did like some crazy different colors for the outlines, but that is why I did it different. But I only had one page to finish, and it was my goal. I did it the first page, I think, of the month because I wanted it done. These Sun Life Drawing, now the Sun Life Drawing books I love the most, I think, are the ones that are the simple, like the one colors, the stencil style, the, you know, this, all of this stuff is what I am drawn to. There we go. Oh yeah, there's fairies too. I might need that one. And I love all of these. This style is, to be honest, not my favorite. There were a couple in here. So just because I go to other books for different things or other publishers, and I don't think of Sun Life for this detailed style, but they do have those books. This is the anime and manga coloring Chibi Animal Girls. Very cute, just not my go-to, and I didn't like the super thin line work. I did use just water-based markers, because I didn't want the bleed through. So, but like here was another one, and I'll do a completed page. Now here was a simple style of theirs, but again, we'll talk about that when I do my completed book flip through, but this one is done. That was my second book for the month that I completed on that 10 books to finish. Here is also on the 10 books to finish. I only got one done. This book needs some love. I need to get back to it. I did the, there we go, red, white, and blue, Keep Calm and Sparkle page. Love it. I almost forgot about doing this page. Ooh, I wrote the wrong date. It was not 6, it was 7. I know it was the very end of the month when I got it done. So, need to do a lot of work in here if I want to finish it this year. Okay. Here is my Color It Colorful Seasons adult coloring book. This is another book, and I have a couple of the Color It's I just need to dig out. They're, I mean, a good quality. They are expensive compared to some, but they are spiral bound, and the paper is amazing. Here is the page I did. Hold on. There you go. I did this for the Lemonade Scavenger Hunt prompt, and I love the purple and the yellow. And of course I went to town with my, what is it, Crystal Effects? Why do I always say the wrong thing? I should know because I use it all the time. But I love this page, and again, this paper, it's a cardstock, it's not paper. I used alcohol markers. Yes, they bled through, but you know, like on Amazon paper, you could see exactly what it was. So this is definitely, these are good books if you like the theme. This book in particular is pretty fun because it is a, hold on. It takes you through the whole year. It's got all seasons, it's got some of the holidays, it's got just like summer, winter. You know, there was an actual Independence Day page, which I did not get to, but there will be another time. So, I can't say enough, these are really good books. I just need to reach for them more often. They're also kind of heavy, so we'll see if I can precariously balance. I got 2 pages done in Chibi Girls Grayscale 2 books in 1 from Jade Summer. This is one I bought digitally, printed it off, and bound it. I did the Snorkeling Girl. I really do love how she turned out. And I forget how easy these grayscales are. I always, you know, I'm a little bit intimidated by them, but once you start coloring them, it's like, seriously, the shading, everything is done for you. They are like super quick to color. Then you can go back in and add in all your little extra details. I like my little rainbow fish up there in the corner. And then I did this one as a buddy color with, this was my second buddy color with Catherine, who is Sparkle on with Cat, and we did the Gardening Girl. So my girl started out orange because I had not colored in these for a while, and the color I picked, not good. But I think I saved her. She got a good tan. So we have my page, and then, excuse me, I absolutely love how Catherine's turned out as well. It's just so fun how you make some color choices the same, and you don't even realize it. The funny thing is, here, so I was playing with my Jelly Roll glazes on her barrette, and the hose, the garden hose, and then her tennis shoes, and then I thought, oh, well, this dirt is wet, and I was lazy, and I used the same red. Now it looks like there's like a puddle, like she dug a hole and filled it with blood. So maybe this is like, you know, Feed Me Seymour type of plant. It's gonna get planted in a, I don't know. Am I the only one that sees that? Or does it just look like wet dirt? That was my intention. I don't know though that I got it. The best intentions, right? we are making progress getting down there. I can't believe, I thought for sure, well, this is long, but I thought it's going to be longer. Then again, I'm not done, and there's always a story to tell. Okay, Jade Summer, Kawaii Girls. I did this girl for my Sunken Scavenger Hunt. I really do like how she turned out. And through the screen, I really even like how I did the sky. Yeah. First time, you know, trying to, like, the sun is rising. She was like out thieving at night. Here comes the sun. So I was trying to get the, you know, sky to change and a little bit on the water. Practice, practice, practice. But I like my Kawaii Girl. Here is a book that was a gift from the lovely Lauren, and I had not colored in it yet, and I did 2 pages. So excited. I have been dying to do this page because it is cherry season and my husband and I have been like eating them by the bagful. So I think she is adorable. And Danielle, if you're watching this, when I was coloring it, I'm like, I don't know color to color her hair, what her to look like. I'm like, I'm going to make her look like Danielle. Although I don't know if you have blue eyes, because I think I was coloring this while you were talking about your 4th of July barbecue and like you were making all of the snacks and baking. I think you made cookies though, not cupcakes. And I just thought, well, I don't know about Danielle, but I'm messy in the kitchen. So I totally have frosting on my face and my apron. And doesn't everybody wear like a full-length gown while we're cooking? Anyway, so Danielle, you were my in my mind while I was coloring this. And then here we have this girl. I'm not sure what she is. She's jumping for joy. And this was a buddy color with the beautiful Zoe at Addicted to Coloring. Again, I was just kind of hooked on this purple and yellow color scheme, and I was like, what color hair? Well, we're gonna do like bluish gray. The thing I need to practice more, I'm not sure these girls, their eyes are not, it's a different style. So on here, I drew in her pupils because I'm like, oh, she's looking at her cupcake. This one, I didn't know where she'd be looking, and I thought she'd be looking cross-eyed if I tried it. So I just kind of followed what was there and then did some different gradient with her green eyes. Zoe's looked beautiful. Her eyes, she did very nicely, and I love how she colored in the background. I may try that on the next page I do. But this is a fun book. The paper's a little thin, quite thin, but you just put your blotter, and the artwork is beautiful. So very happy to get some pages done in this book. I absolutely love Daisy Joy. I have 4 of the books, I think. This is the Mermaid coloring book. And I did... Okay, you might need to adjust your settings. Or don't worry, you don't need to adjust your settings. It's the page. It's not your screen that has, it maybe did just go wonkers trying to like catch all these colors. Check her out. Have you ever seen so much obnoxious coloring? Thank you. I'm glad I could share that with you today. I had a bit of a marker mishap where I had started working up and then the marker died. So I picked a different marker, I think a totally different style. So now my story is, you can see these are 2 different style of fishes. They are coming to a fight. We're going to call them the Sharks and the Jets, and they're coming to meet up. And they like had to release their bladders beforehand because if it came to a fight, you know, that's why it's a lot darker behind them. But of course, they don't fight. They maybe dance. They dance it out. They dance it out. And she is a beautiful mermaid who, if you think about it, lives in the ocean, a lot of times hanging out at the bottom where it's pretty dark. Other than there's beautiful coral and seashells. So she is sleeping, she's napping, and she is dreaming in Technicolor. That is my story. And it just came about. I don't remember which I colored first. I think I did her, and then I was using had one set of markers, And then it just kind of got to the point, and then I realized I haven't used any blue. So it actually came that I was trying to do a underwater scene without coloring anything blue. And now technically, I suppose this is blue-green, but I think I did pretty successful. Or not, but I still love this page because I can guarantee there is not any other page colored this way in the world. I haven't posted that one on Instagram yet. I should. Every now and then when I post Daisy Joys and tag them, they'll comment or they'll like, they'll put it in their story. I would love to hear their opinion on that one. Okay, onward. I played a Camellia page. Only got one of hers done this month, and I dug out my Dreamcatchers because I hadn't colored it in a while. And I do enjoy the Dreamcatcher book. So we did the red, white, and blue theme. And lots of sparkle. I used stickles and my generic, whatever they are, liquid pearl stickles. I've showed them before in here as well. And I think it turned out very nicely. Need to do more in that book. I made some progress in Whimsy Girls Celebrate the Holidays. I'm still woefully behind, but this is one I'm trying to finish this year. I'm actually trying to do them in order, jumped out of order, because I'm playing along with Monet, the Coloring Diva, on her Facebook group. She has certain pages to work on every month, so I need to play catch up. But I did a buddy color. Well, I did a twofer. Missy from Missy's Coloring Craze and I did the Graduate. Holy moly, is she shiny and sparkly. And I, interestingly enough, high school and college, I had Kelly Green was one of my colors, so I went with that. I tried to do some blush on her cheeks. I'm not sure. In real life, it doesn't look very good. And then we did the Summer Bride. So here is my bride, who I love. I had purple burgundy-ish flowers at my wedding, and then if you see, I actually glued on sequins to her veil and painted that with kind of a sheer. Hopefully it works the way I intended it to. Missy's pages were gorgeous, of course, and because I was trying to do red, white, and blue, I did it. I did the 4th of July girl, and this is I recently hauled the rose gold acrylic paint that I had purchased at Walmart. Stickles for her sparkler, and yeah, she's pretty cute. I didn't do them for all, but so the pages I'm behind, meaning I'm still need to catch up on, I did go through and just do the skin tones on, so to give myself a head start. And I do have color palettes I have picked for all of those pages. So I think this is the first, yeah. So I need to do some catch up. I am just doing the simplified versions, but we'll get there. And then now, of course, now I'm ready for the birthday page. So I will finish this month. Hannah Lynn is one of my favorites by far. It's just, I always put a lot of pressure on myself, and I don't know why, because the end pages are just what they are. Okay, now we have Worlds of Wonder, Johanna Basford. I have 2 pages done in here, and I have a 3rd buddy color planned with the lovely Deb, because we did this page this month, and then she's already finished her next page. I told her, you got to give me some time. I'm slow, especially when it comes to this book. I love this book, and I'm thinking I might have this be my buddy color book, but I don't know. I can only do a few pages a month though in here, or I won't love it anymore. But I thought it would be so fun to do this entire book just as buddy colors, because then it would have such wonderful meaning. So don't everybody ask, or because again, I need time. I can barely get 2 pages done in here a month. So, okay, so we did the cat. I love the cat. I based my cat in a gray water-based marker, and then I found my little mini palette of pearlescent metallic watercolors, I guess, and I colored the rest. I tried. I'm like, what should I do? I didn't feel like coloring or painting the whole background. So I'm like, oh, let's try a stencil with the watercolor paint. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. And then I'm like, well, maybe I need to do more. But then I thought it would look crazy, so I just stopped. I may go back in once I am inspired or feel more comfortable or have more talent to finish out the background. But I do like my black gray cat with metallic flowers. Then I did this page with Michaela, MD Dodge, as a buddy color. And hers is beautiful. I saw hers and I loved her flowers, which looked like sunflowers, and then I couldn't get it out of my brain, and evidently I picked the same color scheme of sorts. I used mostly water-based markers, some gel pen, and a little bit of watercolor. And just a sneak peek, this is the page that Deb and I are doing. Well, she already did. So this is the next one I need to do for our buddy color. So thank you, ladies. I'm falling in love with this book more and more. Johanna, you're now my friend. And, oh, so first I'm going to show you, because I don't have them with me, here is a picture of, I counted these as 3 pages because I did a lot of work on them. I did a split buddy color, and that's all I'm going to say because it will be revealed at a later date, but just so you know, they counted as pages this month. And here is the last book. This one has been getting some love. There are more people that have this, and it is another fun buddy color book. As I color my pages, I'm filling in if the image is on the front here. And what else have I done? I have picked out color palettes for all of my remaining pages. This you can't see yet because it would be a sneak peek of a current buddy color. But let me show you the ones I did do. So here we have the Crafting Cute. Should we go in a little closer? I don't know if the light, why is the light always so difficult? They're so pretty. So here we have the Crafting Cute. I did this as a buddy color with Michelle's box of hues. I really like it. I didn't intend it, so I picked a color palette, and then when I was coloring, I'm like, oh look, I have orange Fiskars scissors. And this, it's not quite this dark, but the sewing machine I learned to sew on was kind of this mint green. In fact, I still have it. It was my mother's sewing machine. So I like how that one turned out. This super fun Barnyard Beauties was the buddy color with Debbie, Miss Sweet's Crafting Therapy. You got some washi on the bottom. Can you see my inky mess underneath that? So I loved her. Well, I love everybody's pages. You guys know I'm showing you my buddy colors. She did the rainbow silos. Super cool. I did the pink barn. Now, unless you live where I live, you do not know there is a farmstead. It's the pink barn. I don't know why, they live on a major highway, and evidently the people that once lived there painted all the buildings pink. As far as we know, it's no type of statement. I'm thinking it was the paint that was on sale. And since then, it's kind of a landmark, and anyone that's purchased the property has kept the buildings colored pink. So I didn't realize it, but then I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't want to do a traditional barn, so I went pink, and I love it. Now you know the story. And then here is I don't know if I showed you this one last month. It's actually a buddy color, And my buddy, I don't think finished it yet, which is fine, but I just wanted to make sure I had it shown. So this was Awesome Automations. I actually did this one though in June, I think, or maybe it was, no, it was like April. I don't know. It was a while ago. Here is another one that I was intimidated with, and then I had so much flippin' fun I couldn't stop. So this is also a buddy color. The buddy has not had a chance to finish. Again, no pressure, no rush. I just wanted to show you, show in my completed pages. And what I did, so I was like, oh my gosh, there's so many little bottles and so many everythings. What am I gonna do? So what I did, where were you? Do you guys, I'm like shining the light. Where were you Saturday night at 2 a.m.? Anyway, so I decided to pick, and I know nothing about different alcoholic drinks or any type of drinks. So I just picked colors, and I picked a color and colored the beverage in a glitter gel pen. And then I took my Jelly Roll glaze, I have the basic set, and I outlined the glasses in the glaze. See that? So even like this one, I'm like, oh, that's red wine, but I used a clear. And then everything else I kind of just did glitter and glaze wherever I wanted to do it. But I really love how it turned out. This pink from the Jelly Roll glaze, I don't know what we're mixing up in there. Maybe, I don't know. But I really, really, really do like how it turned out. And it was. Once I came up with that as the plan, it was so quick and easy. I always work on these, try to, from the inside out while I can still reach. And then I do the same element and I'll still miss one. And I'll turn my book around to try not to drag my hand through it. But Bar Stars is complete. And here was another buddy color. This was with Courtney, Color Me Spiffy. We did the friendly face space, and we picked the page, and then she said, hey, let's do color palettes for each other. So this is the color palette she chose for me. I think I did a pretty decent job. And I think she was mad at me. This was the color palette I chose for her. Now, to be fair, I went on Google and I think I typed in friendly face space color palette just to see. So I got some space ones and I'm like, well, these are kind of fun. Bright colors, nothing to do with monsters, but she killed it with her page. So Courtney, thank you for coming up with that. And this book I have also found I now have my technique. I'm using my Towtree alcohol markers because a lot of these are smaller spaces and I can get in there with either the bullet nibs. And granted, it's alcohol, it might bleed a little bit, but what I have found my thing to do is once I have them all base colored, I go in with my glitter gel pens, metallic gel pens, and basically trace over the black lines and outline and add in my little accents. So I'm thinking that's how I'm going to do all of the pages left in here. Here is the next one I am working on. I can give you a sneak peek because I haven't done anything yet. With Courtney and I, we're doing this page, the funny felines, and once again, we picked the palette before we picked the page. So she sent me this palette, which is lovely, and then I sent her this palette. So can you imagine how different our pages are going to turn out? And you'll get to see that in August. Okay, I guess it's still an hour. There's no such thing as taking a short video when it comes to me. And completed pages, but what did I say, 58 pages? That's a flippin' lot. It takes a while to show, especially when you have to share the stories, so you don't think I'm just crazy, which I kind of am, but only in the good way. And there's always a story. So Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you made it to the end, you are definitely a true seasoned friend. I appreciate you more than you can know. I am very proud of myself this month. Again, the numbers are just because I find it interesting. It really doesn't mean, you know, it's, if I did 10 pages, I'd still be happy. For me, coloring is a true just stress relief, something fun. And if I'm not having fun, then I won't be coloring. So that's why it can't be work. I can't get too stressed out about how a page is coming out or turning out. And I certainly can't compare myself to the amazing work that is shared out here on YouTube and Instagram daily. We all have a different style. We all have our own beauty internally and that we put out into the world, and it's the same with our coloring. So please don't ever get hung up on trying to compare yourself to somebody else's work. We can't. We're each individually. No one is identical, and that is the true beauty of being alive in our world, because if we were all cookie cutter the same, it would be so boring and no one would want to watch our completed pages because they'd all flip and look the same. So celebrate your uniqueness, your style, and tell yourself you matter, because you do. You are beautiful, you are colorful, and the crayon box would be a little bit sadder without you in it. That's what I'm saying. I love you guys. I'll see you again soon.